Today we're watching real life creepy stories, and I think you guys are gonna really enjoy this, so let's see what we got.
Did you know that in Kosovo, locals speak of a creature known as the Striga, a witch from Albanian folklore that, according to stories, still roams the mountains at night?
God damn.
The Striga appears as an old woman during the day, often begging for food or water in remote villages.
Could you imagine like actually seeing something like this happening and all you can do is tell it as a story and nobody would ever believe you? Because, like, let's be honest, nobody would believe you.
People say if you refuse her, she will return at night as a shadow with glowing red eyes and jagged teeth. It is
nope, not for me, no thank you.
Said that she can drain the life from you as you sleep.
So can a lot of women.
Leaving your body pale and cold by morning. Some villagers claim to have seen her tapping at windows with long clawed fingers. One chilling story tells of a shepherd who stayed in a mountain hut during a snowstorm. He heard scratching on the wooden walls all night. In the morning, he found deep claw marks carved into the...
See, this could just be like passed off as like an animal, but some of them, like, it's just too much.
Frozen wood and the snow around the hut marked with bare human footprints that
that could have been a Sasquatch, honestly, or a Yeti.
Led into the forest. Even today, older people in rural Kosovo keep garlic and silver coins above their doors, just in case the Striga comes knocking.
Did you know actually what if this stuff is real and we just don't know?
The Beast of Bray Road is cryptids that I think actually could be real.
Beast of Bray.
Now, there have been...
Alright, bro, what is this? This don't even look... This look AI generated. Come on. This is a little more believable looking. What are these? What is this, dude? What is this?
300 plus sightings in Wisconsin, Northern Illinois, and Iowa alone. And this comes from credible witnesses who have no reason to make this stuff up. So for me...
That is true. I feel like a lot of these people, again, they really don't have a reason to make it up. They're just like, these people, a lot of people have probably seen some crazy stuff before and they just want to get it out there. I'm sure some people do it for the clout, but I feel like some people really genuinely have seen some like, unexplainable things. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever had any experiences like that.
There's something definitely being seen in Wisconsin. Now, the epicenter of sightings comes along Bray Road, and this story specifically comes from Elkhorn, Wisconsin. There was this man named Lindy. Lindy said one night he's driving with a couple friends along Bray Road. He was being followed by another friend in a separate car. And as they're making their way down Bray Road, he said there was about a foot of snow covering the...
So it's winter, got it.
And he said just remembered it being very cold and very, like, quiet.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's winter. It's gonna be cold.
And as they're making their way down Bray Road, he said out of the corner of his eye, he's seen something run across this field. And he said it was very large, like a bear. So he tells his friends, you know, did you see that? Like, what was that? And his friends are like, we didn't see anything. Like, what are you talking about? As they are discussing this, the car all of a sudden fishtails and goes into a ditch. Well, he swears up and down that something hit the vehicle and caused it to slide into the...
See, with a group of people and then something happens that you all agree happened and you tell anyone and they're just gonna say this is fake as heck.
Ditch. But his friends are like, no, that's impossible, man. Like, you just slipped on some ice. So they get behind this car and they're trying to push it out of the ditch. The other friend in the other car is...
I really appreciate the illustrations aren't set during the winter, even though this is being told as if it were set during the winter.
They're waiting. And for about 15-20 minutes, they're trying to push this thing out. Well, he started to get like a really weird feeling, like they weren't alone, like they're being watched. So he tells his friends, like, come back here tomorrow and get the vehicle. Like, it's not right. Let's get out of here. So they get in the other friend's car and they're getting ready to leave. When they look over and standing about 20 feet from where they were pushing the car is this 7-foot tall...
Hell no. We don't mess around with this stuff, all right? This is, yep, you see this? Yep, this wraps. This is the type of crap people see, that's why they don't go out camping.
Large-looking werewolf-like creature, and they said it had the snout of a dog. It had these long, pointy ears. It had bright yellow eyes, and it had arms that reached all the way down to the ground.
Yeah, no, dude, like, honest, like, we all agree when we were kids and we were watching Harry Potter for the first time and we saw that scene with the werewolf, right? When the teacher turns into a... Yeah, that was cooked.
They said this thing was just kind of, it turned and then it ran off into the woods.
Yeah, you're lucky.
They take
you
off,
survived.
get out of there.
Yeah.
The day when he came back to get his car, he said there were all these strange footprints in the snow leading into the woods. So what do you think? Is the Beast of Bray?
I think don't go back there and stop messing with that stuff, all right? Let's just stop messing with that stuff.
In the moonlight,
How terrifying is it to have a father with transvestism? Oh, hey dad, I'm planning to come see you today. Hey, it's dad. Hey, pulled up. It's been forever. Are we home? Let's go. I'm gonna go out to buy some food and come back. That's what they all say.
okay.
Okay. I'm so bored. Let's see what's interesting. Oh yeah, the lab. Right, play some Minecraft. Oh. Oh. Oh wait, yo. I hate to say that this says it's based on real events, which all of these are.
This is a true story.
Oh, okay, it's this guy again.
That happened to a woman in Madison, Wisconsin.
Not looking forward to this one.
Now, there was this woman named Sherry who moved into this house with her two.
That's the first step that you gotta avoid. You cannot be moving into new houses anymore. Everything is haunted. You just stop moving into places. You see a house, leave it. Build a house, all right? And call a pastor while you're at it.
Children in Madison, Wisconsin. Now, she said, at times she didn't believe in anything supernatural. She really thought that was a bunch of nonsense. But she said, when they moved in, she would notice, a corner of her eye, sometimes shadows moving across the walls.
Immediately move out. Yeah, no, it's wraps. All right. I see a shadow moving across the wall. I'm not going to the doctor to ask if I got schizophrenia. I'm just, that's it. I'm moving out. There ain't no way I'm staying with that. Nope.
She would hear strange noises that she couldn't explain.
Yeah, you're just stacking the odds against you here. Just move out.
But she said for the most part, it was just a normal house.
No, that's not normal.
One night, she's upstairs in her bedroom and she's folding laundry.
Okay, as we all do.
She hears talking coming from her son's room.
Okay, it's your son.
She makes her way over to his room. The door's closed.
Gotcha.
And she hears her son having a full-on conversation with someone. And she's like, who is he talking to, at night? So she opens the door, and when she looks in his room, he is not in his bed. So she starts yelling for him. She looks down and sees him next to the side of his bed, on his knees, crouched down, with his head under the bed, talking to someone.
Yeah, dude, that, like, I wouldn't even risk it. Yeah, no.
And she's like, hey, who are you talking to? Like, who's under there? And her son's like, I can't tell you. And she said, what do you mean you can't tell me? Like, who's under the bed? And he's like, I can't say.
No.
He'll get mad.
Oh, yeah, that's,
like, well,
yeah.
There? So she runs over to the bed and she looks underneath there. It's empty. There's nothing under there. So she's like, just get back in bed. Like, just, you're doing. Several weeks pass, and like on a regular basis, she keeps finding her son talking to someone under the bed, except there's no one there. So after a few weeks of this happening, she thinks maybe something is wrong with her son. So she takes him to this child therapist. The therapist like assesses him and says, completely fine. It's probably just his imagination.
Yeah, no. Like, if I had a kid and he starts telling me he's talking to someone under his bed that's telling him not to say anything or it'll get angry, yeah, you're going to ward.
So several months pass and he keeps on doing this. Well, one day she's sitting down in the living room with him and they're talking when she notices he has some scratches and bruises like all his body.
Yeah, no.
He's like, where did you get those scratches and bruises from? Like, what's
going on?
I was
gonna say some creepy name.
And he's like, I can't tell you. And she's like, yes, you have to tell me, like, what is going on with you? And finally he breaks down and he starts crying and stuff and just starts freaking out. And then he runs up to his room. So the mom, you know, at the time is like, I don't know what to do. Like, what is going on with my son? Like, she's panicking. Later that night, she's awoken to her son screaming in his bedroom. She runs as fast as she can. She goes in his room. She finds him halfway underneath the bed, grabbing onto the bed frame, and it looks like something is pulling him under the bed. So she immediately grabs him, pulls him out from under the bed. She looks under there. There's no one there. So she's like, you know what? This is weird. Like, you're with me tonight. You're going to be in bed with me tonight.
I would just move out.
So they go back to her bedroom. He lays down. He falls asleep. She's sitting in bed. She can't sleep. She's like freaked out about this whole situation. When all of a sudden she hears, shh, hey, come under the bed. And she's like, what? She looks over. Her son is sleeping. But then once again, she hears, hey, come here under the bed. I need to talk to you. And it's like a man's voice. And she's like, no, who are you? Like, go. And the man's like, come on, get under the bed. I need to tell you something. And like, she's like, no, I'm not going under the bed. And she said this man, whoever he was, just started yelling obscenities and getting really angry. So she grabs her son. They get out of the house. And she said she left that night and never went back.
Best decision you could have ever made. Please, y'all, if you're in a haunted house, just move out. All right, document it, report it, and get the hell out of there.
People say if you wake up at night and hear someone moving around, it's probably just the house settling. That's true, unless
no, you hear footsteps, it ain't settling. All right, there's a ghost settling in there. That's it.
Here's the warning people ignore. If you wake up and hear footsteps, don't test them. Don't shift in bed, don't clear your throat, and don't reach for your phone, because houses don't react to silence. People who stay still notice the same thing. The footsteps didn't fade away. They adjusted. Slower, more careful. Like whatever was moving realized you were awake. If you hear a pause outside your bedroom door, don't look at the handle. Looking changes posture. Posture gives you away. Here's the part that gets people. If the handle turns just a little, not enough to open, that's not someone trying to get in. That's someone checking which way the door opens. The rule says to stay still for a full 10 minutes, no matter what you hear. No matter if the footsteps leave,
Okay.
People who waited said
This is what like getting broken into.
Quiet again. People who didn't say the noise stopped immediately. Too immediately. Like it was never supposed to be heard. The warning ends with something simple. If you wake up in the morning and your door is unlocked, don't assume it happened overnight, because whatever tested it didn't need to open it. It just needed to know how easily it could. People say if you wake up and
This is either about someone breaking in or a ghost. Like I can't tell, but it's probably both. So yeah.
When Curtis first joined the case, Jeannie had a strange bunny walk and other almost inhuman characteristics. Jeannie constantly spat. She sniffed.
What the heck?
She barely spoke or made any noises.
The indications are that she was beaten for making noise, and consequently had learned basically not to vocalize. And she really didn't vocalize very much at all.
Oh,
when I
bro,
first met her,
what?
she was silent most of the time.
Jeannie also received daily visits at Children's Hospital from James Kent, her psychologist. Kent recalls first meeting his new patient.
I was captivated by.
Damn, bro, what the heck? That's actually really messed up.
Warning, if it's 3 a.m. in the midnight, do not go to the bathroom. Do not go to the bathroom.
Okay,
Do not go to the bathroom.
Okay, I'm not. Okay.
There have been reports of people have been missing during midnight whenever they feel like using the bathroom, but it's not safe. It's dangerous. If you see a tall white figure, run away and call the authorities as you can. Fighting it off will never help. It would trick you.
What will trick
Stay
me?
safe, everyone.
Wait, what? Alright, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed and, road to 1 million subs. So make sure you guys subscribe. And that's it for the video. I'll see y'all later. Have an awesome day and peace out. And before I go, make sure you guys comment below. Do you have any scary stories that you've experienced? Let me know in the comments.